happened last weekend, our game was canceled. We went to Durango, and unfortunately the officials did not leave prior to, meaning the night before, and they couldn't get over a Wolf Creek Pass. It was just not fun. We were stayed overnight in Durango and woke up the next morning to officials calling saying they couldn't make it over. So unfortunately enough though, the biggest thing I said to the girls was we got things done when we needed to the first time, because that was the conference game on March 26th. So it was a non-conference game, and unfortunately we just don't have time to make it up in our schedule with preparing for our next 2 games and preparing for RMAX. We have Westminster this weekend. We are traveling to Salt Lake on Friday. Been breaking down game film the beginning of this week, just getting scouting reports out to the girls today. Have a couple big threats on their team, but nothing that we won't be able to handle. We've showed a lot of progress this season with being able to shut down key players. 2 of their key players being midfielders, number 22 and number 12. We're going to mark up Ashley Eichhoff against her and Megan Gromke against her. Those are our 2 best one-on-one defenders, so I believe we'll do nicely against them. A little bit, but I also think it was kind of a nice weekend for us to have a weekend off, because the 2nd and 3rd we had 2 away games, so back-to-back games, and then the weekend before, 2 weekends ago we had 2 games here on the 9th and 10th. So the last 2 weekends we've had 2 back-to-back games, which lots of wear and tear. We have quite a few injuries right now too, so it was kind of nice almost to have a weekend off for the girls, just to rest their bodies, get themselves ready now for a game this weekend, a game the following weekend, and then hopefully 2 games the next weekend, making it to the RMAC championship. You know, fortunately enough, with our Team Extreme, we have lots of game tape. We're able to get scouting reports from other teams, but it's definitely not ideal to play in back-to-back weekends. Unfortunately, that's just what we have to do. But the biggest thing, we had this happen earlier in the season with Puebla. We played them on the 3rd and then played them again on the 9th. Did not play well at all on the 3rd, and then on the 9th we're really able to capitalize on our mistakes from the 3rd to be able to really fix what we did and be able to also progress then for the rest of the year. And I'm hoping we show up much better on the 23rd than we did against Puebla the first time. But and then being able to, fixing those little mistakes, because all those little mistakes that we fixed after this past weekend is just going to help us for the RMAC tournament.
I think it definitely helps us out a little bit, gives us a little more confidence down there, knowing that our offense can get the job done. But then we kind of lead off a little bit, and it scares us down there a little. But, we haven't really had that big of a problem with it this season, and I don't know, I have full confidence in my team and the girls down there, so it doesn't really change my mental game at all.
We, fortunately enough, on the defensive side, we have had a wonderful, wonderful year, and those 4 defenders, along with Jillian, other than 1 game, but they've started every single game together this season. So we're 9-3, so they've started 12 games together. None of them are freshmen. One's a senior, and the other 4 are juniors. So they've had a lot of experience together, and it's almost tough. We'll have some other defenders come in, and I really want to play, coach, and it's like, don't know what to tell you. I mean, these 5 girls, core defenders, including our goalkeeper, have just been playing wonderfully down there. It's such a great unit. I mean, Jillian 2 weeks ago, along with Jessica Cook, Jill got Defensive Player of the Week. Jessica Cook got Offensive Player of the Week. We just have been doing really nice things, especially on the defensive end. Offense, we need to continue working on clicking and meshing better together. And I hate that we have to still say that at the end of the season, but we do. And but fortunately enough, our defense has really come up huge for us in some crucial games, including that game against Fort Lewis on the 26th.
I think we just mesh well together, and it's not even based off of the communication anymore. We just know what each other is going to do and how we react to certain plays on the offensive, like on the defensive side from the other team's offense. So it doesn't really matter what the other team throws at us. We just know that we always have each other's back, and even if the ball does end up in the back of the net, we're really good about picking each other up and just getting ready for the next play.